is the Toronto Maple Leafs' search for a game-changing player about to take an exciting turn. As the team gears up for the second half of the season, speculation is swirling around a potential trade that could shake things up in a big way. Imagine a veteran pivot stepping into the lineup, bringing not just skill, but also a winning mentality. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss who might be donning the blue and white soon. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video to stay on top of all the latest Toronto Maple Leafs news. With all the buzz surrounding the Toronto Maple Leafs, it's clear that this team is on a mission as they move towards 2025. After that dominant win against the New York Islanders, the energy around this franchise is palpable, and the discussions about potential trades are heating up. One name that has recently surfaced in the trade conversations is JeanGabriel Pageau. Now I know what you might be thinking. Who? But trust me, this guy could be exactly what the Leafs need. Pageau may not fit the mold of the typical Craig Berube-style player, but his style of play would mesh beautifully with what Toronto is trying to accomplish. This veteran pivot has a career face-off win percentage of 54.2%, and this year, a staggering 59.5%. That alone is a massive asset for a team looking to solidify its center depth. Sure, he's not going to light up the scoreboard with 30 goals, but he's consistently good for 15-20 goals a season, and he brings so much more to the table. His defensive prowess and penalty-killing skills are top-notch, and he's not afraid to get his hands dirty in the corners. Think about it. Pageau has the ability to forecheck effectively, keep puck possession in the offensive zone, and create better opportunities for his teammates. That kind of skill set is invaluable, especially as we approach the playoffs. Plus, let's not forget his playoff experience. He's proven he can step up when it matters most. Bringing him back to the Atlantic Division, where he began his career, could be a huge emotional boost for him and a strategic win for Toronto. Now, I know some of you might be worried about the cost. Pageau comes with a hefty price tag of $5 million and has another year on his contract after this one. That's a commitment, for sure. But if Brad Treliving is looking to make an impactful move without giving up a top prospect, Pageau could be the perfect fit. The challenge will be figuring out how to make the numbers work, potentially offloading some of those larger contracts. But let's get real for a minute. Are the Leafs ready to take this step? Are they prepared to bring in a player who might not be a superstar, but could be the glue that holds this team together as they make a deep playoff push? I'm honestly torn. On one hand, I can see the logic in bringing in a player like Pageau. He checks many boxes that Toronto desperately needs. On the other hand, is this the right path to take? Does this trade align with the grand vision for the team? I want to hear from you. What do you think about the potential for Pageau joining the Leafs? Is he the player who can elevate Toronto's chances of success? I know it's easy to get swept up in the excitement of trade rumors, but we have to stay grounded and consider the long-term effects. What's your take on this? Are you excited about the possibility of Pageau in blue and white? Or do you think the team should explore other options? I genuinely want to hear your thoughts and feelings on this. So drop your comments below and let's get the conversation going. Auston Matthews has been ruled out for the game against the New York Islanders, and honestly, it's tough news for all of us Toronto Maple Leafs fans. The captain spoke to reporters after practice on Wednesday, sharing a bit about his mindset as he deals with this upper body injury. He mentioned, "It's nice to still be close to the guys, able to participate in practices. Just taking it one day at a time and feeling better each day." That's the kind of attitude we love to hear, staying positive while working through adversity. Matthews is currently missing his 6th consecutive game after aggravating that injury during a matchup against the Buffalo Sabres on December 20th. It's been a frustrating stretch for him and for us fans. Yet he continues to participate in practices, albeit in a grey jersey, which indicates he's not quite ready for full contact just yet. Coach Craig Berube has been cautiously optimistic, keeping in touch with Matthews without pushing him too hard about his recovery timeline. He said, "Competing in a full practice is progress, and he's heading in the right direction." This gives us a glimmer of hope, doesn't it? But let's face it, the uncertainty is tough. Matthews himself doesn't have a set return date, which leaves us all wondering how long we'll be without our star player. He's been a key contributor this season, with 11 goals and 23 points in just 24 games. The Maple Leafs have weathered this storm relatively well so far, sitting atop the Atlantic Division alongside the Florida Panthers. Still, I can't help but feel that the team's ceiling rises exponentially the moment Matthews is back on the ice. Now, what does this mean for the team's future? Well, it's a mixed bag. On one hand, we're maintaining our position in the standings, which is great. On the other hand, losing a player of Matthews' caliber, especially when he's capable of changing the game single-handedly, definitely puts a damper on our chances for a deep playoff run. You have to wonder, are we risking too much by not rushing him back? Or is this the smart play, giving him the time he needs to recover fully? As fans, we're always caught in this tug-of-war between wanting our best players on the ice and ensuring they're healthy for the long haul. I'm genuinely torn on this one. Do you think it's wise to take this cautious approach, or should we be pushing him a little harder to return? It's vital to remember that the Maple Leafs are in a window where they can compete for the cup. Adding Matthews back into the lineup will not only boost our morale, but also significantly enhance our offensive capabilities. Losing him this long is tough, but if this means he comes back stronger, maybe it's worth it in the end. So, what's your take? Do you believe the team is making the right call by being patient with Matthews? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going. And of course, as we continue to follow this story, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow Leafs fans, and subscribe to the channel. You won't want to miss any of the latest updates and insights as this season unfolds. And remember to hit that notification bell to stay in the loop on all things Maple Leafs. Let's keep the passion alive, folks.